Markets are at all-time highs. Is this the .com 2.0? What's up, everybody? Hopsauce coming at you here, checking in. Thank you for giving that thumbs up and hitting that sub there. It's like we all know markets are pushing these all-time highs once again. S&P's elevated, Nasdaq ripped even harder. Semiconductors are in the lead, and they were as well in the .com bust as well. Always pay attention to the semis. And, you know, a lot of people are asking questions and trying to figure this whole thing out. Is this a healthy bull run? Okay, that's what we want it to be. That's what we're talking about today with the AI stuff. Let's break it down. First off, I'm not sitting here talking about the market's going to crash tomorrow. Okay, that's not what I'm saying. It's not the main point of this whole thing. Simply, markets get extended like this, the emotion, retailers come in and they enter kind of late. I feel like that's what we're seeing. Strong momentum, ladies and gentlemen. Investors need to understand that momentum can shift, right? And the momentum might be artificially created, like I was just saying. So let's check it out. Let's look at the Nasdaq. Or no, I got QQQ up right here, which is the top 100 in the Nasdaq. When you come over here, doesn't this look artificial? There's just something crazy about how this pump has gone. So when I zoom out, do you see anywhere on this chart this massive green candles that just shoot up like that? I haven't seen it. Now, this little orange up here, another all-time high yesterday, because today's candle is green again. This was a little red sliver, okay, earlier. Market has closed, by the way. I am doing this live, but market has closed as we speak. So, look, the risk thing starts increasing. That's when everybody suddenly becomes bullish, okay, after the moves already happened. And so, I'm talking to myself here, people. I've got money on the side to deploy, and I don't like it sitting there because I know how to create these cycles to where I can bring revenue in by putting the money to work. I got money on the sideline. It's really hard not to pull the trigger. So I don't want to get trapped either. Okay. One of the biggest mistakes that I have made is confusing strength with opportunity. Now, sometimes strength, that means that the trend is going to continue. It might continue. Like I'm going to tell you that right now. It could continue, right? And so that's why discipline in these kind of markets, meaning being patient, is the biggest thing that you can do. Okay? Don't blindly chase things. You got to wait for these confirmations. We all know a good entry point into buying something is when there's a pullback. Now, would any of you all sit here and buy any stock in the Nasdaq after looking at this chart right here? Do you see a pullback? The best time to get in to any stock, company, crypto, anything is on a chart when you see this pullback to some kind of lower support level. None of that's going on right now. Okay, so let's look at the SPY. I got the S&P 500 right here. Similar thing. Let's just put these parallel lines on here. Back this thing up. Let's take a look at what's been going on with this thing since COVID. Okay, COVID lows right down here. Let's draw our parallel line up from there. We have some touch points down here at the bottom. Let's say right about here. And then just bring it on up right to the top. We are riding that top level, boy. Woo! See how we've been in an upward trend bull market this whole time. Lo and behold, S&P 500 does have a little tiny red candle today, so it did close below the previous open. See how it's not as dramatic as that Nasdaq? And okay, so it is kind of flattening out. What are you going to do right now? as an investor, if you do have some money to put in the market. Go ahead and put the comments down below right there. I'm just curious on if there's any thoughts right here. We're pushing the all-time highs. It's overbought conditions, though. I want you to look at this down here. This is the RSI Relative Strength Index, and it was hovering up around 70. Okay, it's a little bit lower on the S&P. If I go back and show you that on QQQ right here, look how high it is. It makes sense because Q pumped harder. The Q's pumped harder. Okay, so it is above. It got up to 74.90, 75, I would say. So the Q's did pump a little harder. That's what this indicator is, that relative strength index. But we're up around 70. That is just, look, it doesn't mean that this thing's going to crash. It's just that strength is overbought. Okay, I'm going to repeat this now. The overbought doesn't automatically mean that sell everything, okay? Markets can stay overbought for longer than what you think. I've seen this before, especially with the day trading, man. I've seen that thing sit up there forever. It's crazy. It does mean the reward to risk has a little bit different feel, okay? The probabilities have changed. That's very important. Now, let's go here to the semiconductors. Ooh, these things pumped hard. The semis pumped so hard, it's crazy. It's sitting at, yeah. If you look at that, we're above 84. The RSI got above 84. That was just a ripper. Okay, and now we're still just hovering above that 70 mark. That just overbought. So .com comparison here. And I've asked this question myself. Why are people comparing this to the .com? Okay, and so number one, you've got these the high valuations, heavy concentration in a few names. Okay, it's all the AI stuff. The retail excitement is coming in. We're seeing money pouring in. The liquidity always has a role in this whole thing. So, we're not sitting here saying that it's not going to repeat history exactly. History never repeats exactly. It's similar. As we know, history does repeat itself with similarities. When everyone believes that markets are only going to go up, that's usually when the disciplined investors do better and survive it. That's the .com thing. Human nature is to get greedy. You never take profits and you think it's going to go up forever, and it doesn't. XRP hasn't exploded the same way that the stocks have. It's kind of a decoupling. This divergence is interesting to me, that we've seen these pumps in the stock market, and the cryptocurrency market has been trending downward this whole time. So it is this opposite effect going on. The fact of the matter is, some sectors are ripping and some are lagging it. And it's the AI, semiconductors, the tech area is what's driving this whole thing. So it's very selective. Where does that leave us right now? Okay. It's simple. Just don't chase green candles, everybody. Just do not. Stay patient. Watch for the trend reversal. Watch this RSI indicator. Okay. The semis are follow those stocks, as those are running it. And I would say, fundamentally wise, look at the leadership of these companies. What are the things that they're saying? Okay, because right now the trend is still moving up, right? And so we're in this earnings season right now too, as well, which is always scary to me. Sometimes earnings, we can trade on earnings, sometimes you can't. I choose not to. I try to remove myself before earnings come out, because a lot of times it's already baked in there. So the risk is up right now. Just realize that. So if any of this stuff made sense to y'all, please leave me a comment. I'd really appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up. Are you seeing something else here? The warning signs of a bigger move up? Appreciate y'all. Hit that subscribe. Hopsauce signing off. I'll see you on the next one. All right. Peace out. Peace out.